Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the inventor of the CTKS method and BORSOG trading. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently down 0.85% to 24,082. Ethereum is down 1.18% to 1911. We're going to do some really cool things in this video. We're going to look at the Fed. We're going to look at peak inflation, the potential of it. We're going to see how the indexes rallied. And we're going to look at Chinese economic data and how it impacted the market, how it pushed the Australian dollar down and oil down and the DXY up and gold down and the yields down and bond prices up. And wow, we're going to look at so many things. Stay tuned. And of course, we're going to look at how all of this impacts the crypto market. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the links to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass, the tax software I use, and you can always directly message me on Twitter at any time, and there's a great number of really cool links in there for you as well. To prime our minds for profitability in the crypto market, we have the CTKS Creed. This is a series of affirmations that we say to ourselves each and every day. I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities in life reset daily. I am worthy. I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with BORSOG. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. As crypto technical analysts, we've got a scientific way of analyzing the market inside and outside of crypto. And one of our really important rules is Rule 225. Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. Masterclass students, you'll get my live chart in lesson TG34. What we saw in the past trading session, the US market indices all rallied. We saw the Nasdaq come up. We saw the S&P 500 come up. We saw the Dow Jones come up. And we saw the Russell 2000 also come up. Yesterday, there was a 55% probability that the Fed would do a 50 basis point increase. And now it's 61.5%. The probability of 75 basis point increase. Yesterday it was 45. Today it's 38.5. The markets looked at this and went, woohoo, fantastic. Crypto is a highly risk-centric asset, and we can see that we had multiple rejections over many days, the past couple of days, 5 days in fact. And what we've seen, we've come down to an initial support line. We've got another one below it. I'll get more into the technicals of Bitcoin and crypto later. But just from a very, very high level, we're seeing the markets price in that potentially peak inflation has been reached. But there could be some curveballs coming up. Potentially a 4 to 5% rate of inflation is likely, not the 2%. The Fed is targeting, and this could create a lot of volatility when it's understood. The Dow is actually at the highest level since May the 4th, the Nasdaq at the highest level since April the 22nd. There's going to be a busy week of retail earnings with Home Depot, Walmart, and Target taking center stage. We can see, as of the past trading session, the VIX, the fear gauge of the stock market, came up a little bit. And Masterclass students, you'll receive this live chart in TM6. What we actually saw is a bit of a swoop down in the indices and a recovery. And we can see the NASDAQ 100 is above support and rallying at the moment. These are the futures. We also saw bond prices come up, bond yields fall. Gold hit a level of resistance and retraced, and the dollar put in a massive upsurge. This was primarily due to China's economic data being below expectations on industrial output, retail sales, fixed asset investment. This actually drove the Australian dollar down, and the AUD is a proxy for world growth, as there was an undermining of commodity prices and risk sentiment globally has been increasing. The AUD came down. We can also see with oil prices, because of the very bad data out of China, we've seen a fall off in oil prices. As well as that, there's been an increase in supplies from Iran. We can also look at the DXY as a safe haven. So money is piling into the DXY as a safe haven trip. But when you look at a safe haven increasing, another safe haven bond increasing, and the major indices increasing, this is a little strange. The Empire State Manufacturing Survey was also released earlier today. This is all about business activity in New York State, but it can give us a proxy into other states as well. When you look at the reading, it's coming down sharply. It's come down sharply before in recessionary periods. When running the numbers, we can see general business conditions have deteriorated. New orders, which is a measure of demand, that's deteriorated. Shipments have deteriorated. Unfulfilled orders have actually decreased. This is a good thing. If you look at the C-19 crisis, this created a lot of unfilled orders. They're now getting filled. So that's a good thing. Delivery time is coming down. Inventories are starting to recede. And what we see, inflation is peaking. It looks to be coming down, but we may get another leg up. It's really too early to tell. Prices received, the number of employees is coming down, but they're actually working less hours. And looking at forward-looking indicators, expectations 6 months ahead, they're not looking too crash hot. There's a sort of an expected little blip in upturn, but it's still under resistance. If you like, it's still coming down. New orders are expected to improve over time. Shipments are starting to bottom out over time. Unfilled orders are expected to actually increase. That's not so good. Delivery time is just wobbling around. Inventories going down. Prices paid is expected to uptick. This is what I was talking about before. And cost push inflation is expected to also hit. The number of new employees is expected to rise, but the average weekly employee time is expected to fall. So they're going to be employing a lot of part-time workers, not full-time workers. They're not reinvesting back in the business through capital expenditures, building their plant and equipment, and technology spending is anticipated to decrease as well. This gives you a really good overview as to what is happening in most states. I love showing you the source data because going to the source will give you so much quality of information. Also, the NAHB Wells Fargo Housing Market Index, the HMI, came out as well. This is a survey that asks respondents to rate market conditions for the sale of new homes at the present times in the next 6 months, and as well as the traffic of prospective buyers to new homes. You can see it's actually coming down. But as always, I absolutely drill into the data. I want you to look at these shaded areas. These are shaded areas that I've done on this Wells Fargo analysis. You can see when you have a sharp decline in the HMI, what does it actually tend to represent? Just let me know in the comments. And you can take note of these different times. This was the GFC, the 1990 meltdown in the stock market, and C-19. We can see inflation expectations, and inflation is a really, really important thing to look at. When we look at the CPI, it flattened out just recently. The annual inflation rate was 9.1. It's come down to 8.5, and it's really good to look at things like the Empire State Manufacturing Survey because they give us the ground view of what's happening across the country. And Masterclass students, you'll receive this live chart in TM4. What we do notice as the NASDAQ is coming up, the 10-year and 5-year break-even inflation rates are coming down. This suggests that the Fed's policy moves are actually working. We also saw on the precious metals front that gold hit resistance and actually retraced, and we can see palladium and platinum doing the same. Silver's bucking the trend, silver's going for it, and the inverse DXY is coming down. Copper is coming down. And when you think of weaker manufacturing in China, this could be very, very much part and parcel of what's driving the metals at the moment. A lot of people, when they get into the crypto market, they just say, oh, just take me to my beloved alt and I'll just look at that alt. I won't look at Bitcoin. I won't look at the market. I won't look at anything. I'll just look at that. That is a really good way to lose money. You have to actually look very, very broadly. I've been in financial markets for more than 3 decades. Looking externally will save your profitability. So now what we do is that we come back inside the crypto market and find the market's focus, understanding that opportunities reset daily and enhancing our pattern recognition. The first thing and most important rule that we know is Rule 45. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. This is a heavily nuanced rule. It's important to understand the different facets of it. We can see that Bitcoin actually rallied, but it lost this tight support. It's coming down to a level of secondary support at the moment, but this is a cross under. We have to be aware of what that means. There's a very good level of support around the 22,884 mark, so just bear that in mind. Basically, the longs and the shorts are having a go, and it looks like if this particular bottom range is traded under, and it looks like they're going for it. The short sellers are going for it at the moment. So anything underneath the current price, 23,940, would actually be a test of this support line at 23,854. We may get a technical bounce up, but if there's a lot of sellers, they will in fact push the market down. And why do we think about sellers coming into the market? It's got a lot to do with the VIX. The VIX is very overextended to the downside at the moment. And what we see when the VIX comes down, the markets, including Bitcoin, go up. But when the VIX actually starts to spike up, the markets come down, and that leads to a reduction in Bitcoin as well. It's also good to see gold coming down, and there's a lot of traffic in the Taiwan Strait at the moment. So that is generally a very good indicator. There are also flights over Taiwan and neighboring mainland China. It's actually quite amazing how much fleet traffic there is, and you can see throughout the Asian region there's a lot of traffic, and throughout the North Atlantic Ocean there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic everywhere. But we can see traffic avoiding this Ukraine area around Odessa. The reason that we're looking at this at the moment is there's been increased tensions between China and the US over a potential invasion of Taiwan. We can see just how quickly crypto moves. It's at that level of support. We'll see if we get a technical bounce, but this lower one around 22,877 is quite strong. It's been defended multiple times. Always have your BORSOG ANF strategy in play. Know what you will actually do with your entire portfolio and specific trades. If price moves against you, goes nowhere, or goes for you, remember you control the trade or investment, and the market controls the return. We just have to be in synchronization with the market. When we turn to the longs and the shorts, it looks like we're getting a lot of long liquidations at the present time. Let's just go and check that out. We can see the shorts were rallying, pulled back, and now seeking to attack again. And the longs have been coming out of the market. Let's check liquidations. Over the past 24 hours, there's been 223.65 million in liquidations across 74,235 positions. In the past 24 hours, of total liquidations, about 67% was long. In the past 24 hours, what about the past 12 hours? 64% long. What about the past 4 hours? 77% long. What about the past hour? Nearly 80% long. The longs are getting whacked. And let's have a look at the relative difference between the shorts and the longs. Many, many more long liquidations than short liquidations. And we've seen this has been a recurrent theme over the past couple of days. And what are we seeing here with price? Price is starting to arc down. The term BORSOG comes from Rule 621, buy on red, sell on green, but this is a heavily nuanced rule as well. You can't just buy on red because it may keep going red. You've got to put some science behind it. It's just like everything really. You have to have the knowledge and the skill, and you get that by just placing small trades into the market and seeking to synchronize in with the market. BORSOG trading is all about synchronization. You want to literally use coffee money, small position sizes, to synchronize in with the market, then scale. And then when you feel you're desynchronizing with the market, descale. We know Rule 4 is very powerful. Price is always moving in waves. It's always going up and down. With that in mind, we start to look through the major cryptos, and what do we see with Bitcoin's price action? It's starting to sell down, starting to lose an initial support line, but it has another one under here, so let's see how that plays out. Ethereum doing the same. Notice this blue line. This is Bitcoin's gravity. When, for example, a particular crypto is under gravity in terms of its relative price movement to Bitcoin, it will synchronize at some stage and then likely go above it and then desynchronize. So this synchronization, desynchronization is something that BORSOG trading is all about. Let's have a look at Binance Coin. Binance Coin, we see Bitcoin's gravity was stronger than Binance Coin, and then it was pulled up and over Bitcoin's gravity. Now we've got a level of synchronization occurring here. What do you think will happen next? Active learning is your key to success in every single endeavor. When looking at XRP, we can see XRP selling down at the moment, but it has a little bit more relative strength in here than Bitcoin, even though it's under Bitcoin's strength from a gravitational stance. ADA is selling off with Bitcoin's alignment, and so is Solana. Something that I mentioned yesterday, what about Doge? This is a synchronization spike. Synchronization spikes you should look for because they're very, very valuable. When something is under gravity, it will try to resynchronize, and that goes from both directions. And we can see DOT just in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity as well, just coming down at present. Trading and investing is deeply psychological, and we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. The only difference between traders and investors is they have different holding periods and different focuses on time. Rule 774, master yourself to master the market. Our global KS family subscribes to positive excellence and maintaining real wealth foundations. You might notice that money is all the way down here in the bottom right hand corner. That is for a reason. Money is an output, not an input. If you chase after money, you'll find it continuously eludes you. And Dai said from yesterday's video, don't make money the thing you are chasing because it will always elude you. Make it come to you. And you make it come to you by the person that you are. When you actively learn, you're dedicated and committed, success will come to you. Money is just part of success. Focusing on kindness, integrity, decency, gratitude, happiness, maintaining inner and outer peace will put you in the right frame of mind to take profitability from the crypto market. And it takes courage to take profit from the market. Sometimes the market can look very, very unappealing, but it can underneath be a very good time to get in. Other times not so much, so you need experience. That's why BORSOG trading is there. In yesterday's video, Crypto Turtle said, our community is different from other YouTube channels because we care about each other and we learn from each other through active learning in the comments section. Thank you, Crypto Turtle. Success always follows good fundamentals and wealth starts with positive excellence. If you're missing any part of those positive excellence buckets, Crypto Turtle is referring to these buckets here. If you are missing any part, you will lack wealth at the end. And a really good point, how do we teach our children to be successful? We start by teaching them gratitude, to respect themselves and others, to show kindness, to commit to what they do. And it's really important to do these things because that's the way to success. Money follows success. You can't just go out and grab money. If you do, it's often easy come, easy go. A major reason to master yourself to master the market is because some people unknowingly repel wealth by self-doubt and self-sabotage. Before they start anything, they think, oh, I know this is not going to work. Oh, I mess up everything. I'm just no good at anything. Those kind of negative affirmations will absolutely wreck your own life. You don't want anything like that. That's why we have the CTKS Creed. You win or learn and never blame. You are dedicated and committed. If you get a pullback, it just gives you strength for the next rally. You're worthy of success. You're worthy of happiness. And every day you show kindness, integrity, and gratitude, which creates inner and outer peace. And it actually magnetizes money and success towards you. By following the components of positive excellence, people can choose to get better and be better. It's just a really simple thing to do, and in time, a wonderful life will manifest itself. Thank you, CT. The markets are really turbulent at the moment, and we could expect either upside or downside momentum. Just have your A&F strategies playing out all the time. And when we look at some community favorites, like for example Ravencoin, we can see it's just getting up to a consolidation period. It's just below resistance up here and just above that support. So it's seeking to consolidate its gains. KDA is moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. TWT has done really, really well. Decentraland, Mana, is starting to get above its resistance levels through here. But if it comes down with Bitcoin's gravity, and we know we can't just look at an alt chart, just like we can't just look at Bitcoin, we have to look at all the charts to understand the chart you're looking at. It's a little bit like when I studied tax law. You actually have to understand the whole tax act to comment on any part of it. No matter what Bitcoin does, there's always opportunities in the crypto market. You just have to be aware and you have to believe that they're there, and then you will see them. Unfi is doing really, really well. And what about Sand coming down with Bitcoin's gravity, much like what Mana is doing? You can see this consolidation. It's much cleaner consolidation on Sand at the moment. But if we get above this consolidation, Sand and Mana could really take off. The entire crypto market has got a pattern that looks very similar to this on average. That's why the more charts that you mark up, the more charts that you observe, the better your pattern recognition will be. We can see Waves is below Bitcoin's gravity at the moment, and NEAR is being pulled back as well. John shared a really beautiful thing. Money and success, is it something that is attracted to you? Failure was my comfort zone, always thinking not good enough to pass exams, not clever enough to do well in life, nor lucky in relationships, rejected the idea of money. I thought only the dishonest ones had wealth. I've come to realize, thanks to you, Ken, that I've already achieved great success in pursuing a positive excellence life trend. Well done, my friend. Didn't know there was such a thing. And what it consisted of: taking the masterclass, doing the Zen chart marking, using the CTKS method, making contributions to life. Trading is now a fun thing to take part in. Secondary to the aforementioned benefits, doing the work will lead to a sustainable success. Money is a byproduct. Thanks for sharing, John. I think that will help many people. If you feel that failure is your comfort zone, you're not alone. Many programmed ideas come from deep, deep within our subconscious, and especially our relationships towards money. Many people misinterpret how money is the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. And I believe greed is a very, very problematic thing, because people lose positive excellence. They erode their real wealth foundations. It's like everything. What you put in, you get out. If you put in massive effort, massive commitment, massive dedication, you'll get out massive returns. And if you don't, you'll get out what you put in. So always think about life like that. And thank you to Austin. Austin said, "It's always great time to remind ourselves if we put in the work, over time success will reveal itself to us. As long as patience is exercised." Well done, Austin. And thank you to Ivan. Money is a neutral energy. It's just like a tool, like a hammer. And becoming aware that over life, as you mature, money becomes the least important thing. And that sounds really strange, but it's absolutely correct. And thank you to everyone who comments and who just watches. And if you've not commented and you'd just like to reach out, you can just say hi, an H and an I. And that's beautiful. We'd love to hear from you. We've looked at a lot of different perspectives on the market. Please let me know in the next 24 hours, do you think we're going to get a spike in the VIX? What do you think is going to happen to Bitcoin? What level do you think we're heading towards? 0, 1, 2, or -1, -2? Please let me know in the comments. Even if you just put in 0 and that's your comment, that's great. Or 1 and that's your comment. Or -1 and that's your comment. That's fantastic. That's all part of getting towards active learning. Active learning will make the difference in your entire life. Thank you for watching. I love sharing this time together. And always remember, even if the market looks red like this, there are always opportunities in crypto. Please consider sharing and liking this video, and also subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you as a part of our globally extended KS family. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers, and to the CTKS ambassadors for assisting Masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and for being part of our global family. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as links to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass and also to the scholarship, to the partial CTKS scholarship. I'll be deciding scholarship awards in the next week or so, so if you haven't got your scholarship application in, please do so. It's in the link in the description of this video. And if you'd like to go ahead with the CTKS Masterclass, please reach out to an ambassador to get 80% off. Again, the links are in the description of this video. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care. And see you next time. Bye for now.